Hey guys, Zach here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the NECA 1984 Godzilla. Now, this version of Godzilla comes from the 1984 film Godzilla Returns. I've only seen the American version, and the American version, from what I can hear, is actually much better than the Japanese version. So, if you're ever in a movie store, or a DVD store, and they have this movie, definitely pick it up, because again, that movie is actually really good, so, yeah. I actually really liked it anyway, so, yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. Actually, a bit of backstory with this figure that I'd like to go over. Now, NECA started to make Godzilla figures around 2014, and this figure came out like early 2015, late 2014. And when this figure first came out, a lot of people really didn't like it. In one of my earliest videos on my old channel, I said that, I said that this figure was bad. I was only saying that because all the other reviews said so. And looking back, I honestly don't see it. I mean, I'll be honest, this figure is not perfect whatsoever, but it's not that bad, because when this figure came out, a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, really didn't like this figure. Again, I don't get why, but whatever, I guess, so, yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's just take a look at the paint on this figure. And the paint on this figure is alright. Most of the body is this blackish color, and on the dorsal plates, we can see a hint of green there. I don't know if you can notice that because of how bright the light is. Let me try to adjust that. I don't know if you can notice that, or I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera, but there is a hint of green on the dorsal plates right here. And going back to the dorsal plates, they are this bright gray color. They actually did, just like with the 1954 figure, they actually did paint all the dorsal plates going down to the tip of the tail, which is really nice. The feet are really green. Kind of looks like copper, but anyway, the toe claws are like a brownish yellowish color with the bit of shine there, which looks nice. The finger claws are the same color, which again look nice. Going to the head, we can see that the eyes are white with brown and black pupils, which look nice. I don't know if, let me try to zoom in there. Yeah, that looks nice. The teeth are the same color as the toe claws and finger claws. And if we open up the mouth, we can see the tongue is painted, well, tongue color. I don't know what else you want me to call it, just tongue color. And we can see that they actually painted the roof of the mouth too. So, yeah, you can kind of see that. I'm trying to get that like the best I can, but yeah. That's still very nice. And that is pretty much it for the paint on this figure. Again, it's not perfect, especially on the dorsal plates here, but again, it's certainly not bad, so yeah. Anyway, the paint, it's alright, it gets a pass, so yeah. Anyway, now we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation, just like with the NECA 1954 Godzilla, is very nice on this figure. So the head here, ball joint, open, close, ball joint. I believe this is a hinge, or maybe a ball joint. Oh no, it's a ball joint, so okay. A bit of a swivel right here. By the way, I'm not Jobby the Hong, so I apologize for that, but outwards like that and inwards. The hands are on ball joints. The legs are on ball joints. A bend at the knee. Actually, I don't know. It's very tight. Okay, I'm not going to risk it because I think I'm going to break this, so I'm not going to try to risk that. But anyway, the feet are on ball joints. Ball joint here. Ball joint. Ball joint. And bendy wire. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. again, it's what you would expect from a NECA Godzilla figure, so the articulation is not bad. It gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpt, it definitely has problems. It's not bad or anything like that, but it still has problems. First of all, the dorsal plates, they look a bit off. I don't know if that's just me or not, but to me that just looks a bit off, if I'm going to be honest. There's just a gap right here. I mean, I know why that's the case, but actually when it's like that it doesn't look bad, but yeah. Everything else about the sculpt is actually really nice, except for one thing that ruins the whole thing, which is the head. Like, when the mouth is open, it doesn't look bad, but when the mouth closes, there's like a big gap behind the jaw right here. And yeah, I'm sorry, but that looks really, really bad, if I'm gonna be honest. If there is like one really bad thing about this figure, it's definitely that little problem there, but yeah, for the most part. The sculpt is very nice, but again, this jaw problem right here is kind of ew, so yeah. Other than that, the sculpt I'd say is still pretty good. It's not one-to-one to the movie, but again, it's pretty good for what it is. So, yeah, the sculpt, it gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing is pretty good on this figure. So going to the head, I'm just gonna zoom in. Moving to the head, we can see all of the scales on the neck right here, and all of the little folds, which look nice. All of the little bumps on the head look really nice as well. Going down to the shoulders here, we have more scales that honestly looks more like fur than anything. But anyway, going down to the arm, more of the fur scales. And we have more scaling detail on the fingers, which looks nice. Going to the front of the body here, we have a lot of pebbly skin, which actually looks very nice. I think it looks a lot better because they actually painted in between most of the little scales, and I think that actually really adds a lot more to the detailing in a lot of figures. So yeah, going to the side of the body, we have more of the fur-like scales going down, and we have more of that going to the legs. We have more creases in the thighs right here, which is very suit accurate, because just like with the 1954 Godzilla movie, they used rubber suits for the Godzilla scenes. So, Godzilla was basically a giant rubber suit, so yeah. The only two movies that I can think of that didn't use the rubber suit would be Godzilla 2014 and Shin Godzilla, so yeah. Again, more scaling, which looks alright. The scaling on the feet actually looks pretty nice as well. I actually really like how that looks. And underneath, alright, honestly, there's not much. Oh, wait, no, I was right about earlier. If my camera can focus, NECA 2014, so yeah, I was right. More scales going along the tail here, which looks pretty nice. I'll be honest, they don't look amazing, but they still look nice enough. And the dorsal plates look... Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that looks a little crappy. If I'm gonna be honest, that kind of looks like trash. So, yeah. That's just me. And that's pretty much it for the detailing on this figure. It's not perfect. I'll be completely honest with you right now. It's not perfect, but it's still not terrible. And should you get this figure, I'd say yeah. This is definitely the cheapest 1984 Godzilla figure to get. This figure will cost you around 14 bucks. I wish. This figure costs you about 20 bucks, which again is a fair price. This is definitely the cheapest of the 1984 Godzilla figures that are out there. There is a Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 1984, but that figure is very expensive, somewhere around 100 bucks, but a lot of those old Bandai Movie Monster Series figures are pretty rare, so yeah. bottom line, 20 bucks. I think this figure is a little bit underrated. It's not perfect, I'll be honest, but it's still very underrated. But if you want to know how big this figure is, here he is next to Dr. Billy Grant. And as you can see, he is twice the size of Billy Grant here. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zach out.